Alright, hello everybody, my name is Brian. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a very interesting piece of information that I realized last night as I was grinding in Coliseum. I'll just get right to it. Basically, I found a very suitable and very arguably a better choice Keyblade to use as an alternative instead of the Fairy Stars Keyblade that's just about to come out in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Now, if you're already kind of like a pro at this game where you're up to date on what's coming out and such, you might be looking at me and be like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, Fairy Stars is an amazing Keyblade, nothing can beat it at the moment. Take a minute and hear me out. I want to take a moment and look at the Fairy Stars Keyblade. So we have on my screen right now is the multiplayer slots for the Fairy Stars Keyblade. Now, if you can tell, right here where I have highlighted, the last 3 slots of a Keyblade is typically what we care about the most. And for the Fairy Stars Keyblade, we have a 2.8 multiplier on the 3rd slot, a 2.9 multiplier on the 4th slot, and a 3.0 multiplier on the 5th slot. Now, these are very powerful and high multipliers. So, and one additional thing about why people want Fairy Stars so much is because if you happen to get lucky and pulled a Sephiroth EX medal, then you can actually do a pretty broken combo in the game, which is right here. Because of the way that the medal slots are, the 3rd slot's a magic upright slot, the 4th slot is a power reverse slot, and the 5th slot is a speed upright slot. You can do a really powerful combo with this if you haven't thought about it already after just looking at that. So the whole point of the concept is that right here in the 5th slot with the power reverse slot, you would put your Sephiroth EX, and then you would just have copy medals on each side of it. So you would have HD Nominate right here, and then Sephiroth, and then another copy medal like Beginnings or Bond or whatever the green one is called. So you basically use Sephiroth 3 times in a row, which is already crazy. However, because of the fact that the pet system just came out, it completely changes how some of the Keyblades work now. And this is where I got my little epiphany last night as I was grinding at Coliseum. So, going back to my game screen, we can see here on my Stroke of Midnight Keyblade, I have Sephiroth EX in my 5th slot and HD Nominate in my 4th slot. However, because of the Spirit, that 6th slot, I also put a copy medal right here. That's basically the same combo that's going on in the Fairy Stars Keyblade. However, at the same time, and this is where it comes to, like I said before, it could be arguably better than the Fairy Stars Keyblade, is the fact that these 3 slots are the last slot. And so you can use your first 3 slots as just pure buffs, like I did here. Like, I chose to do pure strength and defense buffs using the Tifa and Aerith to just do outrageous damage, since Sephiroth EX already provides all the powered strength and defense buffs that you need. So this right here is already a broken combo. I've been grinding through Coliseum with this setup, and it's just absolutely been ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I can actually show you guys real quick too. So if we go to Coliseum, this is just something that I thought was really cool, and I figured it was worth noting enough to make a video about it to help share with you guys, because I figured you guys might want to consider this too, because it was just absolutely mind-blowing. I was saving up jewels for later, but once I realized this, I actually bought those ×5 gem boards just that same night, because I realized holy crap, I can actually, if I just upgrade my Stroke of Midnight just a little bit, I'll have the same stats as the Fairy Stars. Actually, that reminds me. Let me look at that real quick. So, like I said before, the Fairy Star Keyblade, where is it? At level 35 for these last 2 points, for the combo at the very least. Even just what we care about, we always care about the last 2 slots. We have a 2.8, a 2.9, and a 3.0. On the Stroke of Midnight Keyblade at level 35, alright, we have a 2.7, 2.7, and 2.9. Now you might be looking at me and be like, well, that's not nearly as good. I mean, it's close, but not nearly as good. But here's the thing. For the combo, okay, the Sephiroth EX combo, for that at the very least, here's the thing. For Stroke of Midnight, the power reverse slot isn't on the 4th slot. It's the 5th slot, which is the 2.9 multiplier. If you look at Fairy Stars, it's the exact same thing where the power reverse slot is. It's a 2.9 multiplier. So that damage isn't going to change. The 4th slot on the Stroke of Midnight, which is where the HT Nominate would go, is a 2.7. And on the Fairy Stars, it's a 2.8. That's a 0.1 difference. That's not really that much change of a difference in power and damage. So it's worth using. The only major difference in this combo is the last copy medal that's being used, the 3.0 right here, and the highest I think you can get right now without having like a really stupid broken account with like a bajillion EX medals is a 2.5 on your pet for the multiplier. So that might suffer a little bit, but other than that, like it's still a ridiculously good combo. And if anything, and this is where I was talking about being arguably as well, because I think I mentioned this. I mentioned this already, but just to reiterate, because of the fact that Fairy Stars only gives you 2 slots. So with the pet system now, because of the fact it only gives you 2 slots, you do the combo right here, and then you'll have like a random 6-slot medal, like just to do whatever. I don't even know what you would do off the top of my head. But because of the way that the Stroke of Midnight is positioned in terms of slots, it can potentially be just a lot better because you can just use these first 3 as just pure buffs and debuffs, and then just have the combo for this 4th, 5th, and 6th slot. Alright, so we're in Coliseum right now. I'm in tier 14, round 608, as you can tell. I've just been like grinding through Coliseum with this setup now once I figured it out. It's just been dumb. So like I'm using my HD Xion to copy my Tifa and Aerith, because getting that -2 buff, defense buff, is just amazing. 3 times in a row. On top of them, I'm getting +2 strength each time. So I got 6 strength and then got -6 defense. And so now I'm using HD Nominate, copy Sephiroth, bam, over 300 damage, 300k of damage. I use my Sephiroth EX. That's over 1 million damage right there. I didn't even make it to my pet medal yet. I literally murdered them on the 5th slot. Like my normal setup just murdered it. Like that's amazing. That's amazing. Anyways, I thought that was worth mentioning, guys. And I want to know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you have any other broken setups that I'm just not aware of. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. It was a somewhat short episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. You can follow me on Twitter or ask me questions at AskFM. If you want to figure out stuff for your setups, your own setups, I'm willing to help at any time. Or even just to see what I'm up to or keep up to date with my updates. I'm frequently posting updates on my Twitter feed. But other than that, guys, it was nice seeing you today, and I'll see you next time. Peace.